Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic Monday morning and the start of your week. Welcome to Success Life. My name is Eric Reed. I am a coach, and we gather here every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern just to share ideas, exchange some thinking, connect, and grow. Buenos dias, Damien. I can't remember French for good morning. Buen verade? I don't know. Good morning, Jean. Good morning, Glinda. I saw somebody else jump in that went by too fast. So take a moment. Good morning, Miss Melanie, out on the sailboat. You're going to love today's lesson, I think, Melanie. Good morning, Julia. Hey, Julia. I love seeing Julia. Julia just, I don't know what it is. I think it's her profile picture. Good morning, Miss Kathy. So great to have you joining in. Everybody take a minute, hit share, hit like. Edward, thank you, my brother with the wrong spelling name. You dropped so much wisdom on Friday's Fun Friend Friday. If you guys did not go back and look at that, go back and look at that. Good morning, Juan. I don't know. We went all over, from kids to goals to values to setting the right workspace to setting expectations to who to and how to invest to family DNA to spiritual DNA. I mean, there was so much stuff in that. I think I could write a book off all of it, which I may just do, Edward, and you'll get a mention or a foreword or something. Good morning, Miss Sarah. So good to see you. So great to have you guys jumping in. It is Success Coaching Life, and this is Monday morning. And I'm going to sort of give a disclaimer. So if the number goes way up and then drops off, it's because some people weren't quite ready to do the work and see the shift. But it's interesting, over the weekend on Saturday, I sort of carved out a special time for a client because I knew what we are going to be digging into couldn't be done in a normal 30, 45 minute session. And so I really carved out some time so that once we got into the growing and the learning and the shifting and the changing, that we could stay in it. And so I do that often with clients. I'll say, I feel something coming towards us. I hear something on what you're saying. I know that this is not going to be tight and neat and comfortable, and I need to make sure I'm in the right place, and I need to make sure you're in the right place, so we're going to set up a right place kind of meeting. And that's what we did. And what I've discovered through coaching and through doing the coaching and counseling and the thing that I do is that I have some people tease and say, oh, you must be psychic or something, but I think I'm just very intuitive. And I allow that to happen in a coaching session because I think that's where I can hear beyond what's being said and guide the client to the right place. All said and done. I had a follow-up call with somebody right after that. I said, I'm seeing a pattern here and I want to, patterns are important. Okay, stop the room. Birthday girl, Holly Kelly just jumped in. Everybody give a happy face, a smiley, a clap, and an applaud because this is Dr. Holly Kelly's birthday, which means Ira has to give her a birthday gift every day of the week for her birthday. Ira doesn't know that yet. So what I want to talk to you about, and it may take 2 or 3 days for us to get through this. So plan on sticking with the lesson. Plan on sticking with the learning. Plan on digging in each day and sharing it out each day so that you can make sure everybody gets it. And so we're going to have to set a couple ground rules and then set a couple understanding, and then we're going to have to be ready to jump in and go through it. So one, can we all thumbs up, put a hashtag number 1 or number 2 if it's a no. Can we all agree that we are energy? I know. Our thoughts, our feelings, our physical makeup, it's just energy. It's just a composite of energy that we receive and we send and we vibrate with and we connect with, and that everything in the universe is energy. All right, thank you, Al. And that energy comes from divine outside and into us and through us and for us and to us and shares around the universe. And we are just simply, as Ed would say, is sometimes we're just the river. We just let it flow through. And so if you've ever been in insight moment. I'm sorry, I had to reach over in my clutter corner. If you've ever been in a room where like a pitchfork like this would go off and you hold it still or set it in the right thing and there's vibrations going on out here and then the pitchfork picks it up and then the pitchfork begins to vibrate and then you touch it and you see how that energy is transmuted or transferred through all things. And And as a matter of fact, in my office, I have what's called a singing bowl. And if I start to speak too loudly, it will start to vibrate with the voice that I give it, so to speak. When I'm in my office and I'm animated and I'm speaking, my singing bowl will slowly start to hum or pitch. I'll show it to you later in the week if I remember. So what we have to understand about this energy thing is that when we're little babies, little tiny things, cuddled up in our mama's arms, we're being imprinted by that energy, our family energy, our mothers and our fathers and our brothers and our sisters and our grandparents and our nanas and our mamas and our Gigi's, and all of those people are pushing down onto us. Their thoughts, their feelings, their ideas, their beliefs, their energy is being put onto us. That's what imprinting is all about. There's a family legacy about how a couple ducks landed in the front yard at Papa's house, and the ducks imprinted on him, and the ducks thought that he was the mother duck because he was the first person that they saw, and this imprinting began with the ducklings, and so they would follow him around and up meet him, coming off from work, and it's a family story, but it's imprinting. All right, I know, a lot of setup, but remember, we're going to do this for a couple days. When we reach these roadblocks, when we reach these plateaus, when we reach these moments that we think we're growing, we're developing, we're going in the right direction, all of a sudden, boom, and we hit that pattern wall. The one where you're like, boop, boop, boop. I'm losing weight, I'm getting fit, I'm going to the gym, boop. I'm saving money, I'm paying off credit card, boop. I'm making friends, I'm connecting with people, I'm growing my business, boop. I'm following the patterns, I'm doing what I'm supposed to, I'm becoming successful, boop. I'm in a great relationship with somebody, it's happy, this is the one, boop. Those patterns that we start to grow into, we develop into, and we're thinking we got this covered, we're making it, and then we hit this wall, this reoccurring pattern in our life. And so often as a coach, I see this, I'll start to talk to somebody and we're going into it. I'm like, well, this can't be the first time this happened, that you lost a job. No, as a matter of fact, and they'll tell me 2 or 3 other times. Well, this can't be the first time you've been in a relationship that ended up like this, has it? No, and they'll tell me 2 or 3 more times. This isn't the first time you tried a diet plan that didn't work out. No, it happened back here and back there. You see what I'm saying? If we take a moment and we look at the things that we most deeply desire, that we really want to create change and move in a new direction, and we take long enough and look at the historical pattern, we can say that we've come up against this moment before in the past, that we've charged at it with really driving hard energy. And we get so far and then we drop off. And it becomes this cycle of success and defeat, success and defeat, success and defeat, success and defeat. And we ask ourselves, well, this time it's going to be different because I'm going to get a different blender. I'm going to get a different fitness coach. I'm going to be into new people or new patterns. I'm going to go to this event or I'm going to go to that event, and on and on and on and on. We create all this external, you guys are getting it? You're hearing it? We create all of this external change that's going to guide us into new success. You got it. We need Joe. All of this external change. We create all of these things around us that are going to suddenly make it different. I'm going to have an accountability partner. I'm going to have a fitness coach. I'm going to not hang out with these people. I'm going to go to a different, all of this external stuff. But we agreed at the beginning that we are energy, only energy created and changed, transmuted and transferred. That we come from divine energy and that we are divine energy and that the energy of others is imprinted on us and our energy imprints on others. And so when we look and when I do a very intuitive-based kind of coaching moment, I look and I have to ask, okay, if this is a pattern in your life, when did you first notice it? And, they'll give me a quick example. I'm like, really? And you'll hear this often in coaching. If you take coaching, you'll hear that word. Don't be afraid by it. It's really take an extra moment. And I'll say, really? And they'll dig a little deeper and I'll say, no, really. And I'm like, well, actually, now that I think about it, it happened here. And I'll say, no, just one more time. Really? Wow. And then I'll ask the question, where did you learn that pattern? Where did you first see that pattern? How is that pattern, that idea, that belief, that energy imprinted onto you? When did it become part of your belief system? When did it become part of your truth? Because you came into this world a blank and empty canvas. And somewhere, somehow, you had to accept certain ideas and principles when you got to Earth. And you started to develop these ideas and principles, and typically they come between 0 and 7. It's a very interesting thing about how much learning occurs in that 0 to 7, how much imprinting occurs in 0 to 7. I've worked in foster care, I've worked in kids in crisis, I've worked in that industry, in that area for so long that you can see the starvingness of those children between 0 and 7 that don't get the hugs, don't get the love, don't get the affirmations, don't get the coaching and the training and the parenting and the modeling that they need to grow up to be healthy kids. That 0 to 7, it's like they're just absorb, learn, store, use it later. And so what would I do, and we're going to do it this week, and we're going to do it probably, we're going to talk a little bit more about it tomorrow, is we have to go, instead of trying to create external change, instead of trying to go outside of ourselves and create something externally to change a pattern and an energy cycle that's happening internally. You get it? We are so often disconnected because we're doing all the work up here. We're doing all of the planning and growing and masterminding and developing way up here. And we're afraid to come down here to where life really happens, because life doesn't happen up here, people. This is not living. This is thinking. All of this is living. What you feel, what you know, what your gut tells you. The energy of here is what living is all about. And so we get up here and we're like, okay, here's my new affirmation. Here's my new battle plan. Here's my new... And we never come down to the heart center. We never come down to the divine piece of us and analyze and look at those patterns and start to break them apart and disintegrate them and refracture them. And so often you'll hear things like, that's your BS, your belief system, that's your truth. We need to look at where it came from. And a hard part of coaching is moving people from here to here and then back up to here. They want to do all of the work, all of the thinking, all of the planning, all of the changing, all of the creation up in here, which is great. There's some stuff that can be done here. But if it doesn't go here, it doesn't come out. Think of it as your mind has got to feed your body and your body has got to feed your mind. I heard this the other day and first you develop your beliefs and then your beliefs develop you. First you create your beliefs and you internalize them, you hold them, you connect to them. And then that belief creates you or your universe or your life. So I know, as I was writing this, it kind of got out of hand. It was like 6-7 pages worth of thinking on this. So some common blocks, we'll call them common pattern points, is our resistance to change or our fear of change. Our resistance to that this could really work. Like, if this really works, how different is my life going to be? Like, if I get rid of this fear, this pattern, this belief system, so I'm going to stay in this because I'd rather stay where I'm at than what I could know. And so I'm just going to resist you, coach, teacher, trainer, mentor, inspire. A lot of stuff around money. And where do we make money decisions? And what value does money have? And how does money reflect us and reflect our success? The fear of growth. So, and I know, can you believe this? There is a pattern about growth and change and success that we've imprinted, learned, found, discovered, developed from somewhere that we're holding so tightly to that every time we start to move towards success, we drop off the cliff. Every time somebody tells us we can make it happen, we believe, nope, dropping off the cliff. The fear of rejection, the fear of making a decision. Love that one. Could you just make a decision? Well, I don't have all the information. Okay, here's all the information. Could you make a decision? Well, what if it's again, we make decisions, we create change. Boom! Falling off the cliff. Oh, I knew it was a bad decision. I should have never made it. The fear of the future stops us. The belief system about family and blocks and blame and the possibilities and the fear of messing up, and then the fear of financial success and financial security. And even there's this belief system that people have developed around the idea of abundance. Like, well, maybe it really isn't true, so I need to hoard stuff, but I'm going to keep talking like it is. So what I want to do tomorrow, with everybody's permission, hashtag plus, hashtag yes, hashtag whatever, is talk about now if we see your success, then step into it. Like assembling something in a box waiting to be, I hope it says input. The fear of death. Oh, exactly. But we have all of these belief systems up here that we are trying to get out of. We're trying to change. We're trying to create new habits, new patterns, new beliefs around. And we have them all way up here, and we're putting up vision boards and doing day journals and creating affirmations and all of this stuff up here. What I want to do is take you through an exercise that will move you down into here, that will show you how to get this and this back in connection, and how to take some of those things, those patterns, and start to disintegrate, alleviate, move them, disseminate them out from your life so that you don't keep going in this, because that's an exhausting life. I mean, this idea that we get so much momentum and we're going and we're good and life is happy and we are happy and things are, and then, and we're back to where we started. And then, it's like, oh my God, I knew it wasn't going to work. And pretty soon what happens is we reach this, because educating the weeds and choking, there you go. Mind, body, and soul. We are not separate beings. This does not exist without this. And soul, solar plexus, and all of that, they quit trying to do only part of the work, okay? You got to do all of the work. All of it. And it all has to begin with you. Know thyself. Not know, but know thyself. And then when we look at this pattern and we understand where the pattern began and how the pattern began in our life, and then we really go in and we pick it up, toss it out, you're going to feel the shift. You're going to know the shift. Your energy, your body, your motion, everything will begin to shift. Because you're not just trying to make it happen from up here. And I believe in manifestation. I believe in affirmations. I believe in the power of positive thinking and prayer and all of that. But we get so safe and so comfortable being up here, living up here, keeping it all intellectual. And then we fall into that moment where we thought we were in success, and we do fail. And where does it hurt the most? It doesn't hurt up here. Hurts in here, hurts in our gut. It cripples us physically. We shut down, we shut off, and we go in the corner and we just ache. We don't ache in our head because our dream didn't come true. We ache in our heart because our dream didn't come true. But yet we're not doing the heart kind of work. We're not digging deep into the middle of it. So share this out, by the way. We're not doing this stuff down here. We're trying to make it all happen up here. All right? So tomorrow I want to do a bit of an exercise with you on just starting. This is a really awkward way of doing it through Facebook Live, because often we're in a more, in a one-on-one coaching call. It's much more connected, more quiet, more centered on around the person. But I think we'll be able to do it, or at least you'll get the tools to do it on your own. And it's not a one and done thing. Got to tell you, not a one and done thing. All right? But to get ready for tomorrow, I know homework. What happened to Eric? He's giving us homework. I want you to pick one thing that's on your vision board, your journal, your goal sheet, your success planner, whatever you call that thing, where you've written down what I want to have happen this year, this week, this month, this life. I want you to look at it. And I want you to ask, when did I do this before? Okay, why is this still on my list? What is my pattern with this? What normally happens when I start down this journey of weight loss, relationship building, financial building, business building, whatever it is, what is my pattern? And Dave, Coach Dave over there, loves habits. He's a habit master. Anybody that can do a triathlon, That man's got to be committed to green juice and crazy early morning schedules beyond normal. I want you to look at it and say, what is the pattern for this? The pattern of failure that I've seen in the past. Yeah, Ed, we see it with kids too in our education system. I want you to just say, okay, every time I go after financial success or putting money in the bank or paying down credit cards or building wealth, I typically do da 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 da, and then I feel like I fall off the cliff, or da 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 da, and this happens. And then if you want, you can include what my normal response is. So jot the homework down, get your notebooks out. One area that I am seeking change in is blank. Family, finances, faith, fitness, business growth and development, commitment, all of that. What is my belief system in that I want to achieve? And then what has been my failure pattern in the past? What has been the normal routine that happens? And sometimes it looks really happy, like really quick. Like you can see it like start to finish, 30 days. Every time I start, by 30 days, I'm out. Other times you may say, oh my gosh, sometimes I stay in the same pattern for 3 or 4 years. But it never, I can see if I look long enough and hard enough, every time I do this, 2 or 3 years later, I'm back to having to restart it. Boom and boom. Sometimes it can be, the span of time is not relevant when we speak of energy. I was trying to explain it to my son the other day. We were laying in the backyard watching for meteorite storms. And I was trying to explain the whole principle of light and that the stars that we're looking at may have burned out millions and millions and millions and millions of years ago, but the light is still traveling towards us. And relating that to the idea that energy was created once, but it's still impacting and influencing people thousands and millions of years later. And that's what we do. Anyhow, then it turned into a coaching session. My son said, oh, look, there goes a plane. Or is that a comet? And so we had to bring it back to reality. He's 9. I try. Actually, I practice on him and he freaks out. So don't be afraid to stretch that pattern review out beyond a year, beyond a week, beyond a month, beyond 5 years. Whatever it takes, say, why is this still on my day timer? Why is this still in my schedule? Why is this still in my vision, goal, and purpose planner? And then what has been the pattern in the past when it comes to this, the failure and success points? The failure points more often. And I'm looking for you to be able to go and actually make it look like that mountain range. All right. And then tomorrow, we're all going to gather here at 8 a.m. Eastern. We're going to have our little list or our little vision or a little idea in hand of what it looks like. And then we're going to do a little bit of, don't freak out. Dr. Holly Kelly, I know you live in California, so you're okay with this. We're going to do a little bit of kind of like energy work. And don't freak out. Energy work is not some kind of new age, woo-woo, crazy. We're going to move the prayer from up here to down here and then out to there. Okay, that's all prayer is, by the way. Depending on how you are and where your faith is, prayer is taking what we know, making it what we need to know, and then taking it out into the universe, into our lives, into our families, into our businesses, into our relationships, into our finances. We got to move it from up here to down here to break the energy and the pattern cycle to bring it back out into here. You got it? You got it? Do I got you guys, or did I totally like, woof, what did Eric drink for breakfast this morning? All right. Now, still, I am a coach and I do drain and train people on business, but what I so often see is at some point in our relationship between coach and client, I need to go in there and start breaking up some of this stuff because we've been way too much time up in here. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And then Wednesday, there's one more little wrap up. And then Fun Friend Friday is coming up as well. So that's the week ahead. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you found value in this. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a hashtag, oh my gosh. Or just send me a thank you, dear John letter. I'm not coming back. Don't need this stuff in my life. I'm quite content staying up here. You tell me, because I'm here to be of service to you and help you grow and change your business. But I think the takeaway today is remember, first we create our beliefs, then our beliefs create us. We want to get down here and start changing those beliefs, those BS systems, those false truths that we've adopted and agreed to that no longer serve us. Good morning, Sandra. Good to have you join us. You're going to have to go all the way to the top because there's a whole bunch of meat in this, but it's a 3-day call, so you've got time to catch up and replay. Just tell me #replay, hated it, loved it, whatever. You do what you need to, Sandra. All right, I appreciate you guys so much. I know we've gone really long. Thank you so much for giving me so much of your time this morning. Remember the homework. Take time to do it. It's not like, reading 100 pages. Just take 5 or 10 minutes. Plant the seed in your head today as you're driving to work and driving home, and driving the kids to school, or sitting silently, or waiting to nod off tonight, and ask yourself, what is it something that I want to change? And then how is this pattern manifested in my life over and over and over again? And why don't I want to break it? There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. All right, well, until tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern, go out and live your life of success. It is yours. It is there. It is waiting for you. You just need to take it, own it, and live it. All right? Go out and do it. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. Share this out. Let's double the crowd by tomorrow morning, because if we can shift a few people that are around us, it doesn't hurt. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.